Welcome back. This is Good Morning Namibia. The National Youth Council of Namibia is taking steps to engage young Namibians ahead of the regional councils and local authorities elections scheduled for 26 November 2025. These elections are a key part of Namibia's democratic processes, determining local leadership and representation in communities across the country. This morning on Good Morning Namibia, we're joined by representatives from the NYC to discuss the national campaign aimed at encouraging youth participation in these upcoming elections. And joining us specifically for this purpose, Mr. Eleni Nguva and Madam De Silva van Wyk. Greetings and welcome to Good Morning Namibia.
Good morning, Denver.
Madam van Wyk, how have you been?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Wonderful too, thank you. How about you, sir?
Good morning. I'm very wonderful. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good.
Whilst you have the floor, please speak to us about the NYC's campaign to get more young people on board, to get more young people to do what needs to be done.
Okay. This is a youth initiative aimed at helping or educating young people or motivating them to vote or participate in the local elections.
What necessitated this campaign? Why is it necessary for us to embark on a campaign to get young people on board to participate in what is their right?
Good. It's very necessary for the young people to participate in the democratic processes. It's not only a matter of growing the democracy, it's also them taking part into shaping their future, in deciding who's going to decide on their day-to-day life. When you look at the statistics, it's always the young people are the majority, the young people have registered, so they should participate in order to be the one taking and shaping their future.
Why, when they registered, would they not go out and cast their vote?
There is always that decline between the registration process and the voters. This is now what they term voters' empathy, which we would want to respond to, so that we make sure that as much as they have registered, they must make sure that they have voted, because the difference between the registrations and the voting process, that huge gap between those that go to register and not go to vote. So we are trying to see what can we do in order for us to contribute in civic education, to educate them the importance of it, so that they can maybe see the importance and get out and vote.
Madam van Wyk, but we can only intervene appropriately if we understand why that apathy exists. Why young people would register to vote, but they not go out on D-Day and cast their votes?
Well, young people make up most of our population, right? But they are not educated enough or do not know more or much about why they need to vote and why it's important for the youth. You have a voice, and their voice is the strongest in our nation. So for them to speak up and to do the thing that needs to be done, to vote, to go out there and to encourage each other, will help us move forward as a nation.
So which are the activities that you have lined up to encourage them? Whilst you have the floor, Madam van Wyk, can you share with us the
activities? We
activities?
have the activations. We have the youth activations. We have the voting stalls. We will go from region to region and talk about all of these things.
What do the activations entail? What are they about?
Look, tomorrow morning we are going to have an official launching of this campaigning program. Tomorrow we are going to gather about 250 young people at the Be Free Youth Center in Katutura, where the First Lady is going to engage the young people and educate them about the importance of voting. We're also going to have the ECN, also going to have to do a presentation to the young people, educating them about importance of voting. And then from tomorrow onwards, we are going to launch a campaign, a media campaign, where we are going to have a day-to-day, either a snapshot or jingle into the national radio's media, social media platforms, where we are going to constantly reminding every day up to next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, the voting day. So that's what is entailing the program, in order to make sure that we are bothering them every day, every second hour, to make sure that maybe we'll increase that apathy in terms of voting on the voting day.
Thank you very much, Mr. Nguva. Madam van Wyk, young people tune in at the moment. How can they get on board? How can they become part of this initiative?
Please follow our social media pages, right? We have our Instagram and our Facebook for the National Youth Council. Word of mouth, we will spread We will encourage you. And please, 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 guys, let's go out there. Our future is in our hands. We will have to take the step forward.
Whilst you have the floor, Madam Van Wyk, which are the challenges that young people experience, and how do you as the NYC address those challenges?
Is in regards to the voting or in regards to knowing what this is about?
In general, of course, but certainly in as far as the 26th of November 2025 is concerned.
Okay. So, like I said, young people, most of them are not educated on this and what this is about, right? We, as the youth, should try to encourage each other and talk to each other about these things. And also maybe because the National Youth Council has not always been there in the forefront for people to know about these things, but now we are stepping up and we're doing the thing.
We've learned from some young people we've engaged on some of our platforms, Madam Van Wyk, that they are saying, we understand exactly what the significance of these elections entail, yet we don't feel represented by those who have been elected into power to actually make a difference in our lives. What would you have to say to them?
Well, we all have come to a point where we feel like those who are in power do not represent us right, or in the correct way we need to be represented. But we are working on it, and we encourage those in power also to step up.
What do you make of the challenges that young people experience, and how do you as the NYC address them, sir?
Good. We really have a lot of challenges that we have that we are facing from the young people. And as National Youth Council, yes, we are mandated to look at all these challenges, and we have our own challenges in order to be able to look to deal with the challenges. But National Youth Council, we would do like in the case of voters' education and civic education, it's so that we can make sure that young people are participating in the process. They are aware of their rights, and they know what would be the impact if they want to decide what is their future. Yes, we understand some of them really feel like not represented, but it's a big topic on itself. This is a democratic society. Maybe perhaps we look at the electoral system that we are using. Is it close enough to the people, or is it too much of the party representation? So we have everything at our palm of hand if we can research maybe, and then we initiate the discussion, national discussions, whether does the electoral system still make sense for us, because it was decided, it was deemed to be fit back in 1992. Does it still fit our aspirations today? Maybe do we have to introduce a constituent representative rather than more of the party list systems, where the party will come up with the list, and those that make it in terms of popularity in the party would be the people to represent us? Is it representative enough? Don't we maybe need to propose some constituent maybe representation even up to the National Assembly? It's our country, it's our democracy. So if we feel not represented, let's initiate these discussions at the national level.
Madam Van Wyk, your colleague is raising very serious questions this morning. As we wrap up our conversation this morning, what do you hope to accomplish with this campaign?
What I hope to accomplish is for our youth, for my people to go out there, to know more about this, to want to learn more about this and step up. If we feel like the representative is not good enough, then let us do the thing. Let us do the needful thing, and let us go out there, right? Let us take charge of our future. Let us take charge of these elections.
Are 9 days sufficient to accomplish that goal, that very noble objective?
We are trying. We will try. I mean, it's not a lot of days, but it's enough to spread the word and get it out there.
Thank you. Your final thoughts, sir?
I think 9 days are enough in terms of just spreading the information and repeating this information. This would have to ignite the young people to keep up the hope, get on the 26th morning and get into the queue. Please don't be tired. Spend your 2 or 3 hours in that queue, because it is shaping your tomorrow. Let us all go out and vote for our changes, and we have our representatives that we would have a full confidence in terms of, I have voted, I have decided who is that person to decide on my day-to-day life. So let's just go and vote.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for sharing those insights, and may the campaign be a resounding success.
Thank you very much.